being located in the Music City. This building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now Taylor. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tackled by Christian Fulton.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields finding room to the 20, and he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Running left, Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. This defense for the Bears, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Bust through the tackle. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Tannehill. Touchdown! That's caught. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Fields. Going up top. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 38, Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reynolds. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. A first down carry for Henry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he will have a Titans first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. On first down, Henry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Here's Fields. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a throw here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll find Williams on the slant. Touchdown, Bears! Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. This is caught. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Second and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 49.
Here's Tannehill. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Six-yard return after a punt of 48, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. 144 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Evan Ingram, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears will extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Running left, it's Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Santos with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Henry again on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 57 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Check back 21. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They run once more with Taylor. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. Then the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Four yards remain for second down.
Too little, Captain. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Now watch run.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The ball is free. Taylor lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. It's our time. It's our time.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
They'll try and run. Taylor.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that